I don't know how I managed to do this, but it seems like more often than not, I get myself into these situations that just don't make sense. You know, I end up running myself into a hole, or I end up doing something that offends a certain group or certain person or certain people. And by the way, welcome back to the 25 days of... You figured it out by now. But asking a simple question: what is a true friend? Now, a friend is someone that you know, who you spend time with, someone you talk to, someone who you're able to be around and consider them an acquaintance or an ally or whatever you want to call them. And then you have the people who go and try to become your best friend. And as a kid, you're told, oh, you can only have one best friend. All the others are friends, and you can have one best friend. But then all of your friends become your best friends because you care about all of them equally. And as you care about each and every single one of them, you learn more and more about the person as you continue. We all have that kind of person where one day you meet them and all of a sudden your entire life changes because you become in a relationship with them and they take you places and they do things with you that no one else will. No one else will even talk about. And to an extent, they become your friend. Even if they're more than that. Even if they're a girlfriend or a wife, or in some cases, if we're changing gender here, we're talking about husbands, boyfriends, people like that. Then you have the tests of time. You have the tests that everybody goes through regardless of who you are. You have the moments where anyone from a single moment can go from being completely understanding and completely caring to wanting nothing more than to tear your heart out and completely destroy you as a person. There are people I have met through the power of the internet that actually care what happens to this channel and what happens to me as a creator and as a friend and as an actual person behind the camera. You don't know anything that just happened 10, 15, 20, 30, an hour, 2 days ago. Actually, you do know what happened 2 days ago because I gave you the update. But behind the camera, you don't know what's going on. You don't see the struggles that every YouTuber faces. You don't see the struggles that your family faces. You don't see that behind the camera. Because behind the camera, that just scared me because my dad's in the other room. People change over time. Some of them never change, and others do. When the moment occurs that you meet someone who's so profoundly a friend that they won't ever leave you alone, it's incredible because you have this sense of empowerment. You have this sense of this person won't leave your side regardless of what happens in life. They will be your guardian. They will be your ally. They will be your warrior regardless of the situation. But in some cases, that can run out. In some cases, that fuse will run thin. What you have to understand is there's a person in every one of our lives, whether it be as a YouTuber or otherwise, as a Twitch streamer, as a family member, whatever, that they won't leave you. They'll do everything they can to help you, but they will get to a point where they will still help you, but they'll only help you take the first step, and everything beyond that is on you. I know a friend who I've talked about billions of times on this channel, technically. And when I ran into him the first time, I didn't even get a chance to actually meet him, because so many people found out that I was recording a video that he could not say hi because of how many people crowded me as fans. Now, they were either clout chasers, fans, whatever you want to call them. They followed me around to the point where I couldn't see anything. And then he approached me out of the blue. He approached me out of the blue and asked me a simple question. He said, "Will you make another video with me?" I said, "Sure. I'll gladly make another video for you. I'll make 3, in fact." So I did. I made 2 more additional videos to add 3 videos to the collection. And all of a sudden, the amount of stuff that he had in his life completely changed because of a single person doing something that he needed in his life. He needed help for a dying video game, because he was losing passion on it. And he approached me and said, "I need your help. You don't know me, and I don't know you very well, but let's become buddies and work together to make this a much better game." I said, "No. Let's work better to make this a better world." Because that game changed from being just a game to being an entire different universe that we created. And without even telling me about it, he created a brand spanking new game. And I went and checked it out too. I checked it out just like I checked out the first one. And this is a very emotional and long video, so it might not get uploaded till like midnight or something, so bear with me. When it actually came out, at first I was like, this is just another game that he's created that I can help, be a part of, behind the scenes, just saying, "Hey, this is the thing I'm looking at, this is another thing." It wasn't until he showed me how I became immortalized in the game by having my name become a part of it that changed. I was no longer just his friend. I was no longer just his beta tester. I was no longer just a guy behind the camera making him smile. I became his true friend overseas. And I'm talking about my good friend Cameron Murray. In the current world that I live in, it seems like everything's gone awry. Everything has fallen apart in one way or another, whether it be something simple or something chaotic. Alright? And now, there's that one semblance of hope. The one semblance of hope that I actually have that everything's going to get better. That's my friend who has supported me through absolutely everything, thick and thin, and still won't leave my side. It's one of the reasons I did this for her. She helps me so much. To insane lengths. Changing scenery a little bit. She has no phase. As a creator, she has no phase. That's what makes her unique, is that she has no phase. Those that have seen her, like me, know what she looks like. But we're not going to tell anybody. The truth is always hidden from those who don't actually believe that there's truth. There's the truth and there's a lie. And it can be taken in a multitude of ways. And once you tell the truth, it's out there. It exists indefinitely as the truth. But if you lie and people believe it and keep spreading it, eventually people see the lie as the truth and the truth as a lie. And that statement in itself is a lie, because the truth is always the truth and a lie will always be a lie. When someone vents to somebody else, they're trusting that that person will take the information that they have and just throw it aside. Because that's the whole point of just getting it off your chest. Then you have the people who you vent to them, but they have to mandatorily report it. They have to report it to the person that it is affecting. So, for example, I heard wind that apparently tomorrow is National School Shooter Day. I guess that's an actual thing. And someone had a mandatory report that a student said that. So, who knows what's going to happen? But to sum this whole thing up, true friends are the kind of people where you could do something completely accidental and they'll back you up. They'll back you up because they know that what you did was an error and it wasn't your intentions. They're the kind of people who, when they see you do something, they'll try and stop you before you make a mistake. And that's when you have to ask yourself a question. And this will be the only time I ever do this in this series, is have such an emotional video. When you look at yourself and you see the kind of people that you allow to influence you, are they your friends? Are they people you simply know because you know them from seeing them? Or are they just another person in your life that you're letting influence you? Me personally, I don't see myself as an influencer on YouTube. Or even on Twitch. I don't see that. I see myself as someone who can be there for people when there is no one there. And why do I do that? Because I have someone in my life, 2 people actually, who no matter what has happened in the last few days, few months, few years, have been there no matter what. It's getting pretty late, so I'm going to end this video so that it can actually get uploaded. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Providing that I remember to record it, because I do work tomorrow.